Bottom line is when Joe Biden got elected, he said he wanted to fast track 4 million undocumented residents to full citizenship. Black people completely ignored it. I spoke on it. I said, do you know why he want to fast track 4 million? Because he know he's not going to do nothing for us. We ain't going to be motivated to vote for him November. So what he's going to do is have these migrants already set up with citizenship so they can replace the black vote that he loses. The migrants are being put in our communities on purpose, New York and Chicago on purpose, because they are what? The two blackest cities in America. They're the two largest cities in America. They're the two most politically conscious black communities in America. So if we can wash out the black with the brown in New York, if we can wash out the black with the brown in Chicago, Philly don't stand a chance. Atlanta don't stand a chance. LA, Houston, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago don't stand a chance. The migrants are here for 3 reasons. Replace us at the polls, replace us at the low-end industry jobs, right? See, when Donald Trump said during the debate that Joe Biden is taking black jobs and giving them to migrants, he was correct. Although he didn't say it because he cared about us, but he's right. When people say, what do you mean by black jobs? Get out your bougie feelings and deal with the reality. 1/3 of black men have a felony. So there's a lot of jobs they will never qualify for. They are mostly what? Essential workers, warehouse, trucking, security. And a lot of those jobs are going to who? The migrants. So that's what.
Why people don't think that logically though? That's what makes me more hot.
And this is why I never understood the outrage with the black jobs term. Like he's really like showing you the black jobs that's in danger. Like
I don't think they did, bro.
I think they.
I really
did.
think some people were just wanted to be in their feelings. Because if you know this, how can you be mad about that?
Not a lot of people know this.
If you know, if you know he's spitting facts, you got to stand up and like you got to be against black jobs being taken.
I don't think they know, bro.
If Joe would have said that, they wouldn't have said anything about it.
Man, I really want to know what their response would have been if Joe said it, because he would never say that.
It depends on whose mouth it comes out of. Because it came out of Trump's mouth, they're not gonna like it.
That's very true. That's very true.
Now Dr. Umar saying it, they might listen to it.
I think Dr. Umar saying it would make a lot more people listen to it.
It will, because they like him.
I feel like you should be smart enough to read in between the lines. And he said Hispanic jobs right after he said black jobs.
I think the reason
2 + 2 = 4.
Did they cut out the clip?
I think the reason why people think that is because like they think like so tribal when it comes to politics. So if a Republican says it, they just want to be against it because someone they don't like says it.
Exactly. It's the perspective they go in with. You know, if you go in with a perspective of hoping anything they say is racist, then you're gonna take the smallest thing and make it racist.
I have to be open-minded and just least listen. You don't have to say if it's right or wrong. You got to at least listen and then dissect it from
but you gotta understand, like everyday Americans that's waking up going to a job, they're not really listening. They're looking for politics all day. It's just probably popping up on their feed. So they're easily influenced. Like we're actually doing it and watching it every day. People that care about politics know what's going on for real. I feel like
the average person is going with what they're told.
Definitely.
And when they sit around talking with people, they say, they said Trump did this, that. Man, for real. So then in their head, they just, Trump did this and that, and they just going with that.
I have people that text my phone every day. Some of my friends, they be like, nah, bro, Project 2025 is real. Like, are you
Trump himself
serious?
said it wasn't.
They be like, they said he's lying. They actually believe he's lying. Man, I can't convince them.
That's crazy.
Doesn't matter.
You know what I'm
saying? That's what I'm saying. If you're arguing with someone and you know that there's no way you can convince them, then you're wasting your time.
I think everyone should listen to this. I think now that Dr. Umar says it, they might actually like come to their senses a little more.
Yeah.
See, Dr. Umar, he's a race hustler, but he does know his stats. I can't lie.
I wouldn't even say that. I think he believes the things he says.
I definitely do. I think so, but I think a lot of the stuff in his narratives that he pushes is would fall under race hustling.
It is, bro, because that's all he does.
I can't lie. He views everything from a racial perspective.
Be real and say I know he believes. I think.
For sure. Yeah, but for sure he lived by his principles. Yeah, but every time he's in the light, he's speaking.
He's getting money off believing in something.
Yeah,
race issue. Yeah. All right, let him keep going. He cooking.
But he's right. When people say, "What do you mean by black jobs?" Get out your bougie feelings and deal with the reality. 1/3 of black men have a felony. So there's a lot of jobs they will never qualify for. They are mostly what? Essential workers, warehouse, trucking, security. And a lot of those jobs are going to who? The migrants. So that's what he meant by black jobs. We got to stop being so sensitive and look at the reality of it. I was reading a report the other day. They said the Latinos taking over the construction jobs. They taking them over. And the low industry work, like your gardening, your landscaping, completely taking it over. They're not the enemy. The problem is black people don't get as much opportunity. So then people say, well, white people don't really like brown people like that. That's true. But you know what the difference is? They don't have the burden of accountability with them that they have with us. We built the country. So every time they look at us or deal with us, the bottom line is y'all brought them here and they built y'all into what y'all are. They don't have to say that to the Venezuelans. They don't have to say that to the Colombians. They don't have to say that to the Mexicans. So although they don't like brown, they would much rather deal with them than the black, because with the black, there is a white man's burden that you owe them restitution for 246 years of unpaid labor. Now let's look at what Eric Adams is doing over there in New York. A family of four is getting $1,400 a month. $1,400 a month. Do you know that that's more than what some of the veterans are getting with a child? They're getting more money than veterans who served in the military. Damn. Not only that, they're getting free food stamps. That's crazy. Free child care.
How can you not be against
and permanent housing? Although New York City has a black homelessness rate no less than 35%. So you got black people who pay taxes living on the street, and you got migrants who ain't paid a single tax in their life eating and living better than the black people who built the country.
On that.
If I was talking to Eric Adams and Brandon Johnson of Chicago, I would ask them something. What is the Democratic Party giving you guys that you're willing to sacrifice your political future to push this migrant agenda? Because I don't see how they get reelected by black folks. I don't see how. And if your city goes to the migrants, you can best believe the migrants ain't electing no black person to mayorship. So you're literally dying on your sword for the Democratic Party. Do you know that New York City has spent $1.5 billion on the migrant crisis so far? It's projected that this year, 2023 was $1.5 billion to take care of the migrants. $1.5 billion. 2024 and 2025, they said it will cost New York City $9 billion. Chicago has spent about $350 million this year on the migrant crisis, and that's expected to quadruple. And you know what was so disrespectful about Chicago with regard to Brandon Johnson? Remember all them schools they shut down in Chicago because they said they couldn't afford to operate them? They opened them up. Not only did they open them up, they renovated them. Turned them into apartments for migrants, so you sleep upstairs, go to school downstairs.
That's
How
insane.
is it that you ain't got money for jobs for black people, which is a big reason why you got so much crime? You got all these homeless black people in Chicago, but you can take care of the migrants before you take care of black people, and that's why I'm hoping that Black Chicago organizes, just like co-founder of the Black Panther Party, Bobby Seale did at the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Bobby Seale turned up and turned it out with the Black Panthers. I hope Chicago doesn't let President Biden and Vice President Harris come there, because you know the Democratic National Convention is in Chicago,
right.
August 19th through August the 21st. I hope Black Chicago don't let the Democrats come to your city where they have bred this migrant crisis and y'all don't do nothing about it. And I'm going to tell you who else needs to stand up and show out. Milwaukee. Even though they don't have a migrant crisis like Chicago and New York, the Republican convention is in Milwaukee next Monday, this coming Monday. And guess what, Milwaukee?
We gonna be there.
We gonna be there.
We're
gonna be
definitely
there.
We're gonna be there, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Dr. Umar was
on
absolutely cooking, and I just don't see how, with these facts he just spoke, more black people can sit around idly and let this happen.
Because they don't know their politics.
See,
bro.
but the thing he's saying is right. Okay, so all those things are true about the migrants and this and that. He was saying they will down the sword for the Democrats. So what's the other option? He's not going to endorse Trump.
Yeah, he's not.
Wait.
What else can we do?
If you're, that's why it's crazy this year. If you're pro-black, you have to vote Trump.
I feel like if more black people show support for Trump and we start lobbying towards Trump and he start winning the black vote, I'm sure he would at least try to do something for us. I mean, he's at the very least, he's against this happening.
He knows he's smart. He knows it's gonna be Joe Biden or Trump that wins. So you gotta. I'm just gonna say, like, after everything he just said though, and he's saying Joe Biden and them is allowing this to happen. How can you look at politics and look at your options and not endorse the candidate that is 100% against this happening to you? Like, seriously.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's easy for me.
You know, this is kind of off topic. Y'all want to know what I heard that really blew my mind today? Why is AOC is trying to get Clarence Thomas impeached?
Yeah, it's Clarence Thomas and somebody else. Is it Sotomayor?
What did they do?
I didn't see that.
Because they're conservative.
Over that old
Supreme
stuff.
Courts.
Yeah, remember that old stuff they keep talking about? Some of them donors gave them something.
Everybody in politics is getting donor money. That just doesn't shock me.
Yeah, everyone.
That's like the least.
None
of
them
my
are
concern.
hurting. That's the least.
She's trying to impeach them though. Like that is crazy.
She be getting.
This is crazy, bro, because it's like Dr. Umar researches his facts. He's super pro-black. He's he's black everything. He's a race hustler. He does everything for black people. He don't want his kids. He don't want black people to date white people. And he just said that Joe Biden is not a good choice for black people.
Well,
I mean, like he's already said he wanted to vote for Cornel West. We've already seen him in his campaign. He didn't even get enough support to get on the ballot.
He said
Cornel's
that.
pro-black. That's why.
Yes.
I can see why. I mean, you know,
bro, he didn't even get on the ballot.
see
bro.
why
Like you can't. That right there is throwing your vote away.
It is.
Let's really see if we can endorse somebody who can give us at least against this. Like I'm 100% against this. Like, I cannot sit around and let this happen. Like I cannot.
I respect him for keeping it 100 on this one.
Like you can't say you want reparations and then say
Charlamagne ain't got shit to say.
And Charlamagne is pro reparations.
No one is endorsing Joe Biden right now.
You're quite literally watching.
But
people.
it's like if you're not if you're not for Joe Biden,
throw your vote away or
you just gotta face the music, bro.
They might go.
You have to face the music.
He's not gonna win.
You have to face the music.
They're trying to find a way to make migrants vote right now.
Oh, they're trying to. Did y'all see 198 Democrats? No, listen, look at this.
They're trying to.
No, speaking of that, did y'all see
They
this?
try to compare it to the Jim Crow.
No, look at this. 198 Democrats voted against the SAVE Act, which will require U.S. citizenship to vote. 198 Democrats out of the 203 of them voted against it.
That's crazy.
Like, that's insane.
Ain't that a threat against our democracy?
That is what I said, bro.
It is.
That is the real threat to democracy. They're bringing them here, treating them great, and replacing a whole votes they're going to lose in the process and lobbying for them to be able to stay here forever.
But it's more insane because I can't go to France and vote in France.
You cannot.
I can't go to Mexico
anywhere
and vote
just
for
went
Mexico.
Super left, so I don't know what's gonna go on.
I can't go to another country and tell them. You know what it's like? It's like somebody coming in your house and tell you how to run your house.
I completely agree.
It's not your house at all.
I just don't understand.
Like what the?
So yeah, that's the threat to democracy right there. They saying it's not our house, y'all.
I just think that more black people just need to stop voting with their emotions and really look at what's going on.
But
I hope we can. This video reaches enough people. We can help influence
Maybe we can
that.
start something. That's why I said, what is we gonna do to educate the black person?
I truly want to help influence this. Like seriously.
If you know a black person, send it to them. Nah, I'm playing.
And I'm gonna tell you who else needs to stand up and show out. Milwaukee. Even though they don't have a migrant crisis like Chicago and New York, the Republican convention is in Milwaukee next Monday, this coming Monday. And guess what? Milwaukee, black people are the largest ethnic group. Unlike Chicago, it's white, Hispanic, black.
Damn.
Milwaukee is
black,
white, Hispanic. But guess what? Milwaukee has one of the worst black male graduation rates in America. So I'm hoping that black Wisconsin goes to that Republican National Convention and exercise their First Amendment rights to peacefully assemble and protest. But don't let them come to your city after causing all these problems.
What problem?
I want to see where he was going with that.
I did want to see where he was going with that, honestly. That took a little turn there.
Let them come to your city after causing all these worst black male graduation rates in America. So I'm hoping that black Wisconsin goes to that Republican National Convention and exercise their First Amendment rights to peacefully assemble and protest. But don't let them come to your city after causing all these problems.
Well, I did the Republican Party.
Yeah, he is. But I don't think
you know damn well what he meant.
He's saying he wants the black people in Wisconsin to go protest against the RNC and the black people in Chicago to protest against the DNC.
So who the hell are you supposed to vote for and do?
Bro, I don't know, bro. Like, see, that's why he's like he sits on the fence, bro. He sits on the fence. You can't.
We gotta be logical in this situation.
We can't sit on the fence, guys. That's throwing your vote away.
Look, you got this option.
Don't even worry about that last 5 seconds.
That means you can't.
Shoot yourself in the foot.
I just think you can't complain.
I just think like things like what he just highlighted. Houses going up, groceries going up, everything's going up. We about to go to war. We on the brink of war. Like, how can you sit by and allow that to happen based on your emotions? Think of your future. Think of your life.
Serious.
Like, this is serious stuff. We have to find a way to stop all this from happening, the future could look very different for our children and for us.
For real. That's the scary part about it.
I'll say this is the most important election.
What does he want you to do?
He's sitting on the fence, bro. That's one thing I've noticed about a lot of black people who have these voices. Stephen A, Charlamagne, him.
Yeah.
They just sit on the fence,
Bro, but that's the
they
thing,
know
though.
they
gonna
wanna
lose-
say-
gonna lose
they
a
wanna-
demographic,
bro. They know people are going to be
They gonna
outraged
lose-
by you
yeah.
endorsing one or the
Exactly.
other.
Yeah.
Like they would.
They not saying they won't say what they truly think of their
But that's the
heart.
thing,
Damn, bro. Like y'all have to
But that's
really
the
wake
thing,
up.
bro. Because if they say, "Well, I'm not," Joe Biden no longer
When has
so
Stephen
there's
A.
only one other option.
Or
So you know, like,
when have they said anything about a bad policy that Trump has introduced or the Republicans?
Man, they
never said that.
that
So-
nigga-
I heard them say
Let's
Project
just-
2025, and that's fake. So
Stephen A said, "I'm a conservative economically, but socially, I'm a Democrat."
what does that mean?
What does that mean, bro?
So socially,
around people, he wants to be Democrat.
Yeah, on
Lock in,
media,
bro.
he's
That's
what
on,
that sounds like.
like
But
on
with
media,
his bread,
and this bread, and off camera, he's Republican.
when it comes to his family, you need to be Republican. That's what I said. We
guess.
just
That's what
got
it
to take
sounds
the
like
little
it means.
things from these people,
I
and
guess.
just, go off the little things they saying and make it make sense in your brain. And if the Democrat Party make it sound like it's the best for you out there, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what fairy tale you living in. But
the policies, bro.
That's
It's
all
the
it is,
policies, bro.
he just cooked Joe Biden.
California is having the world's greatest fleet of people leaving this state right now.
Every Democrat city or state is being the most left.
It's really we having a historical migration, like we're in the goddamn 40s and 50s.
Illegal
But do
migration.
that's the thing though. Like,
Both. I'm talking
Do people that don't research policies, do they know that the Democrat cities are being left the most? I don't think they know.
I don't know, man. I don't
They
know
don't
what
know
they
that.
think. I think they just purely vote off emotion and they eat the media Kool-Aid and agenda, and that's just their only source of like knowledge. And they think they're informed when they're really just brainwashed.
Yeah.
Or like thinking or like being led to think a certain way.
Yeah, don't even
People
worry
say
about that
that about
last 10
us.
seconds though. Hey, y'all heard Dr. Umar. He did it. He cooked on that one.
We're gonna be at the RNC, y'all. Come pull up on us.